Hey guys, how's it going? It's me, Wesley, or Tristan Animalcaster. Today I will be bringing you another anime review. I already brought one. It was over Heaven's Lost Property, which was a very good and entertaining anime, but this was the strongest plot in an anime I've seen. One of the best animes. Like I said, I will be reviewing the Seven Deadly Sins. I actually have one of the original mangas right here I got from Japan when I went to Tokyo. They had all these cool anime shops, and I picked this up. I didn't even know this was an anime. I didn't even know what this was. I just saw it. It looked really cool, so I decided to purchase it as kind of a novelty or kind of a gift from Tokyo. And when I was watching the anime, I realized this was it, and I was like, wow, this is Seven Deadly Sins. And as you can see, it's all in Japanese. It's really cool. But let's get into the actual anime review. Like I said, this is one of the strongest animes I have seen, and I've watched a good amount of animes, probably 30 to 40 animes. This is a Netflix original, which means that this isn't a widely known anime yet. Of course, in Japan, this is going to be a widely known manga. A lot of people in Japan and other Asian countries know about this manga and anime, but unless you watch Netflix, unless you are a die-hard anime person, you don't know. A lot of people will not know about this, and I want to get it more widely known because this is a really cool anime. They are making a second season in 2016 sometime for the Seven Deadly Sins, and I am so glad it's going to have a second Deadly Sins. I'm so glad it's going to have a second season because I cannot get enough of the Seven Deadly Sins. So let's start off with the plot of this anime. Basically, the plot is there is an outcast group of holy knights called the Seven Deadly Sins who were framed for tyranny against the kingdom, for trying to overthrow the kingdom, which was based 10 years back from where this anime takes place in. And they were once holy knights, and holy knights are said to be the protectors of the kingdom of Lyons, which is the main kingdom where this corruption occurs. And of course, the holy knights are corrupted. They are the enemies for this anime. I don't want to give too much away. This is not going to be a spoiler review, but let's just say the Seven Deadly Sins, as you would expect, are not evil. They're actually the good guys, and the plot is very good. It starts off with Princess Elizabeth, who is the third princess of the kingdom. She is trying to find the Seven Deadly Sins to stop this corruption, to find out what is wrong with the kingdom, and she runs into Sir Meliodas, who is Meliodas, who is the captain of the Seven Deadly Sins. He is the dragon sin of wrath, and she goes on this adventure with Sir Meliodas. Or Meliodas, not Sir. She calls him Sir all the time. But so they go on this adventure, try to find the other deadly sins, and try to stop this corruption in the kingdom. It's a very well drawn out plot. It never loses sight of what the actual objective is. You see a lot of animes these days with a lot of filler and content. This is not one of those animes. This rarely has any of those moments, if not any. Honestly, it kept me full gear watching this, and it's a 24 episode anime, or 24 season anime, but I wish there was more, and I cannot wait for that second season. So the plot is very strong. It never loses sight, like I said, of what the actual beginning is to the end. And the beginning is great. The end is also very good. It doesn't have one of those opening animes or openings in an anime where it's very weak. It doesn't really hook you. It hooks you right away. So let's move into the characters. Of course, we have Meliodas, who is the Dragon Sin of Wrath. He is the captain of the Seven Deadly Sins. You have Elizabeth, or Princess Elizabeth. She isn't a Seven Deadly Sin, but she follows around on their journey. She is a main character. She actually is a major support to the group and contributes to a lot of the action happening in this anime. You have Hawk, who is a talking pig. He is personally one of the most likable characters. I really do like him. He's comedic, he's funny, he adds a lot of entertaining value into this anime. And what I like about this anime is it's not all serious. It's not an anime that makes you want to cry. It has a lot of comedy aspects to it, a lot of scenes that just make you laugh, that make you smile, and it's going to have those serious slash comedic scenes inside of the Seven Deadly Sins. Then you have Ban, who is the Fox Sin of Greed. When I say these titles, they're the titles of the Seven Deadly Sins. It's what they are named, what they are branded. They are branded with a logo, an emblem on them that represents who they are as a seven deadly sin. So the Fox Sin of Greed Ban, he is also a very likable character. He's one of my personal favorite characters. I just like his personality, and he has a lot to hide. I'm not going to give anything away, like I said, but he has a long backstory. He actually ties in the story very well and contributes to most of the storyline, which is really nice. We have King/Harley Quinn. He is the Grisly Sin of Sloth. He is an awesome character. At first, I didn't really care for him, but I started to gain liking to him. He's not the biggest character in the anime, but there is no real main character. Of course, the captain is going to be what the journey mainly follows around. As you can see, here's a front cover of the manga. You see the Captain Melodas right there, but it also follows around all of the seven deadly sins and their journey. It's not just one character, which I really like about this anime. A lot of animes they follow around one character. This is a group of people, and it allows you to follow with multiple characters, to learn their personalities, to learn their traits and abilities, and that's what I really like. Merlin is the Boar Sin of Gluttony. You don't really experience too much of her in this first season. She just doesn't really appear till near the end of the anime, but she's still a part of the group. It's just you don't really follow along with her adventures until the very end. Diana is the Serpent Sin of Envy. She's also a very likable character, and she's kind of annoying at times. She's a giant, and she's always yelling, trying to get the captain's attention. She really likes the captain, which is funny because King, the Grisly Sin of Sloth, likes her too. Actually, Melodas does not like her, but King does, so it's kind of a jealousy thing. It's kind of a back and forth fight between Melodas liking Princess Elizabeth, and then you have Diane, who likes the captain. Galther is the Goat Sin of Lust. He's also a very likable. You don't really experience too much of Galther. You experience a pretty good amount of him. I would say about 6 to 7 episodes of Galther. Actually, maybe 8, but he is a very interesting character. He has really no personality, but he's still a likable character in the end, and he does have a pretty cool power. He does have pretty cool abilities, mind reading, stuff like that. And then you have Escanor, which you don't see in this season. Next season in 2016, you will see this character, but he is the Lion Sin of Pride. I actually just found that info off Wikipedia. I just wanted to remember what all the characters' names were. I didn't really remember every character's names. I remembered most of them. So now let's talk about art style. The art style in the Seven Deadly Sins is very different from most animes I've seen in Japan. It looks more like a Cartoon Network art style, animation, and at first I got kind of turned off by this. I really didn't want to watch it. I looked at this anime, I saw it on the Netflix features, and I was like, I'm not exactly sure about this anime. I mean, you never want to judge a book off its cover, like they say, but it just didn't really appeal to me. And a lot of you might be that way when you see this art style, but it starts to grow on you. You don't even realize it once you watch 3 to 4 episodes in how interesting, how amazing this anime is. And actually, the art style really isn't bad. It's just different from most typical animes you see in Japan. The environments they travel through are really good. The lands they make their adventures and mark their presence on are very well done. Of course, you have the Kingdom of Leons, which they try to take over, and you have a ton of other locations. It's not just centered in one city, one town. They travel and embark on a journey through multiple towns, through multiple areas, to fight their way through this evil, this corruption. I'm not going to give anything away. Like I said, it's a spoiler-free review, but, I really do like the environments, the settings this takes place in. The music, the soundtrack for this anime are very likable. The anime opening and closing songs are great. Of course, like a lot of animes, they switch about halfway through in the anime to a different song. I don't know what the name of the first anime theme song is. I really did enjoy it. But the second is by Man with a Mission, which is a really cool Japanese rock band, and it's a catchy song. These songs definitely go with the anime. They fit well, and I really do like the intro videos too. They add on a lot of epicness to this anime. The songs also inside the anime are very cool. They're very cute, and I really do like them. They go well with it's supposed to be like an old century theme song kind of sound to it. This anime is based where there were medieval knights, demons, battles, epic, long scale warfare. So it's supposed to have that kind of old medieval soundtrack to it, and it does. Overall, this anime really did excite me. When I got about 4 episodes in, of course, you're not going to be instantly hooked that very first episode like a lot of animes. You have to kind of get a feeling for it. This was probably the best anime I have watched to date with Full Metal Alchemist. I love that too. There's so many good animes out there, but The Seven Deadly Sins has an overall amazing plot. It never fails to keep you hooked, to keep you wanting more, and they left it off on a good note because there is going to be a second season. I'm glad it didn't just end there where they had the second season of the manga or the second series of the manga, but they only had one season of the anime. I'm glad they're making a second season to the manga sometime in 2016. I hope it's pretty soon, but overall I would give this anime a 10 out of 10. It is one of the best animes I watched. The characters are all very likable, and they all have their own personalities, traits. The story follows along with these characters, and you grow emotion to them. You grow attachment to these characters. You grow liking to a personal favorite. You get to actually really this anime allows you to choose which character you want to really like the most, and all of them are great characters. The enemies are all great characters in the end. You know, you don't have to like them in the anime, but they are well drawn out, their storyline, their plot. So I hope you guys like this anime review of The Seven Deadly Sins. Definitely check it out. Like I said, it's a Netflix original. It's only on Netflix. You could probably find it online now somewhere if you don't have Netflix, but if you have Netflix, go ahead and watch it. You will love this anime. Thanks for watching, guys.